As the name suggests, a pyramid scheme is an investment scam which revolves around current investors receiving money by recruiting new members. The new members will receive money by recruiting other people, and so on. Let's assume Peter starts a pyramid scheme where the cost of being a member is $100 per month. He promises to pay people $90 monthly for each person they get to join and keeps $10. Paul and George pay Peter directly and join. Therefore, Peter now makes $200 per month. Paul then invites Rachel and Sarah, whereas George invites Bill and Jim. Peter now makes $240 per month, whereas Paul and George make $180 monthly, but are left with $80 after paying their $100 fee. The 4 newest members, however, aren't making any money and have to pay $100 monthly. If they don't manage to get new people to join, they'll quit. This means Paul and George won't make money anymore, so they'll quit too if they don't get new members, making the pyramid scheme collapse. A Ponzi scheme, on the other hand, also relies on new money coming in to pay existing investors, but with one exception. The investors don't know this. They're being lied to and think it's a legitimate investment. This is what Bernie Madoff got away with for decades. He convinced people he generated returns by trading, when in fact, he was simply using money from new members to pay existing ones. Some people think our entire financial system is a Ponzi scheme because it needs perpetual growth, but that is a topic for another video.
Cheaters, grifters, con artists, flim-flammers, hucksters, scammers, mountebanks. There are as many financial frauds as there are names for the people who perpetrate them. But here are 5 of the most popular methods of parting a victim from their money and how you can protect yourself.
In 1920, Charles Ponzi had an amazing investment opportunity for New Englanders, guaranteeing a 50% return in just 45 days on something having to do with mail-order coupons. Incredible? Try unbelievable. There actually were no returns. Ponzi was just using new investment dollars to pay back the previous investors. Eventually, the scheme fell apart. Ponzi ended up owing $7 million and spent 14 years in jail.
Ever since then, anytime a money manager uses new investments to pay returns on previous investments, it's known as a Ponzi scheme. The most famous example was perpetrated by Bernie Madoff, who ran a high-level Ponzi scheme for 20 years that bilked investors out of somewhere between $10 and $20 billion, with a B.
Before accepting an investment opportunity, you should look up a broker's background and complaint history on FINRA's brokercheck.org, and you can request written evidence that the investment professional is a sworn fiduciary.
A close cousin to the Ponzi scheme is the pyramid scheme. Say someone offers you a no-fail way to make money just by joining their organization for a $100 fee. Your job is then to find new recruits who each pay you their $100 sign-up fee, 10% of which you give to the person who signed you up. If you manage to sign up 10 people, you just made $900 from your $100 investment. And if each of those 10 people finds 10 people, you get another $900 for doing absolutely nothing, and so on and so on.
Like a Ponzi scheme, there is no actual investment. All returns come from finding new investors, and when those run out, the whole thing collapses, leaving the people at the bottom of the pyramid with nothing.
This may sound a bit like a multi-level marketing company, but in a landmark 1979 ruling, the Federal Trade Commission decided that Amway was not a pyramid scheme because distributors did actually have to sell products to make money. If a business seems to stress recruitment over sales, that may be a red flag. So before getting involved in an MLM, ask your contact for information on the success ratios of new members and how the company makes its profits.
Network marketing, so people are happy. So I've taken a look at the network marketing profession and really tried to understand why so many people are confused as to the validity of this as a business. One is this pyramid shape. People get really messed up with this pyramid. Oh, it's one of those pyramid things.
So I just think there are a lot of haters out there who really don't understand the industry and say, oh, it's a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a pyramid.
Well, corporate America is a pyramid scheme. You know what I mean? It goes like this. You have thousands of MBAs, let's say working for Ford or General Motors or Coca-Cola. If all these MBAs, they're all trying to get to here, that's a pyramid. Only one guy's going to make it. You know, every 10 years, one's going to make it. Whereas you look at network marketing, it's like this. So you're here, and your job is to develop other CEOs coming up behind you. So it's an inverse pyramid.
In network marketing, it's a very simple concept. If you sell product, you get paid. It is paid based on production. There is no first mover's advantage. There is no investment component where the more somebody spends, the more they're entitled to make. So the two are polar opposites of each other.
It doesn't matter what shape the company is or the compensation plan is shaped, whether it's a circle or a pyramid or a triangle or a trapezoid, it doesn't matter. If compensation is coming primarily from recruitment, then you've got a problem. On the other hand, if an operation is basing their compensation to participants on the basis of sales, even when those sales are generated by people you've recruited, well, then you're a perfectly legitimate enterprise. That's the legal test. It's the practical test.
Another issue that's been true in the past that is no longer true now is people used to be in network marketing loaded up with products that they couldn't sell, and they ended up a loser. They ended up with a bunch of product in their garage. They ended up with a bunch of products sitting in their kitchen shelves or whatever, and they thought they could sell it, and then they weren't willing to or able to sell it, and they ended up with a bunch of stuff, and they were bitter about it.
There was this thing called front loading where you had to buy, like, well, if you bought $25,000 worth of product, you got better commissions and all this. Today, it's almost all done by computer. It's direct mail, comes from a warehouse somewhere else. You don't have to have all this inventory. You don't have to stock up. It's a paperless world now. You know, most of it's done online. You have a back office. It really works. And I mean, the technology has changed everything.
Third issue is people start talking about 99% of people in network marketing don't make any money. Well, we've talked about that over the course of this journey together. Almost $200 million a day is being paid out to network marketing distributors around the world.
The naysayers, the people who say that it doesn't work, are usually the ones who just don't know how to make it work for themselves. And so they're giving you an opinion, and I tell people, don't confuse people's opinions with expertise, because opinions are free. And don't confuse sincerity with the truth, because people can be sincerely wrong.
But here's the reality inside of network marketing. The vast majority of people that get involved in network marketing just become customers, and they get involved to be able to purchase product at a lower price. If you take Costco as an example, if a person goes into Costco and gets a membership to Costco so they can get a lower price on the product, we don't call that person a loser because they have a bunch of product that they walked out with a smile on their face. Yet when some people want to take a look at network marketing, they say, well, those people, they're just using the product and they aren't earning an income, so they must be a loser. They're not a loser. They're a happy customer. That's the vast majority of people that are involved in network marketing. Now, a smaller percentage of those people decide to go build a business. They earn $300 a month, $500 a month, $1,000, $2,000. That's the bulk of earnings in network marketing. And then there's the few that really decide to take it serious, really decide to build a large network, really work to make that network very, very productive. And those people make huge amounts of money, and there's no cap.
What I do as an outside economist, just somebody looking at this industry like any other industry I speak and say, look, what's the realities of this? 1% do incredibly well. 10% generate some additional income at pretty low risk and effort. That's fine. And 90% of people roughly end up customers.
One thing that I think is real when it comes to people's perceptions about network marketing is people put this, and distributors, I think, involved in network marketing have some responsibility for this. They have sometimes unrealistic.
Everybody is entitled to free education. The other thing is impatience. And like Winnie is pointing out, a lot of people look at network marketing or multi-level marketing as a get-rich-quick pyramid scheme, like one of those hot deals, quick deals.
Yes.
It isn't.
Yes.
It's a career. It's a profession. It's like what you do in journalism.
Right.
You have to go through the full cycle of training, coaching, mentoring. It's really a lot of personal development.
Hey, it looks like one of those pyramid things. I'm just kidding with you. I'm actually here in Mexico admiring one of the ancient wonders of the world, and it got me thinking. The most common objective that network marketers have is, it sounds like one of those pyramid things. Well, let me ask you this question. Have you ever bought a burger from McDonald's? right? Did you know that the #1 income stream for McDonald's is actually to get other people to buy a franchise? In fact, 81% of all McDonald's you see around the world are owned by other people, business owners, people like you and me. Just the difference is they've had to get $1 million or so to buy the franchise. So network marketing works the same way. Network marketing companies want people like you and I to buy into their franchise so you have the right to sell and promote their products, okay? So it's not a pyramid scheme. If the product is genuine, people will pay for it. If the end user gets a benefit, then happy days. Now, side note, you might think, oh, network marketing products are a bit overpriced. Don't you think the McDonald's burgers are a bit overpriced? I know that I can get 10 burgers in the supermarket for the price of 1 Big Mac, okay? So as long as they're getting convenience and a good experience, people will pay over the top. People pay a little bit more for good value, okay? So if you get value from this, please feel free to share it. I've also decided to write a book to help you with different things in network marketing built on social media. So somewhere around this video, there'll be a link. Click the button and I'll see you on the other side.